Hello and welcome. Good morning, True Thought. Just wanted to check in with you real quick here and just share a couple of thoughts. I don't know if you realized it or not, but this pathway that we are traveling together is very radical, extremely radical. And if it were really adopted by the world, it would literally be the end of the legal system completely as we know it. Because we would all be practicing forgiveness. We would all be seeing ourselves in our brothers and sisters. And every time anyone would act in any way that we thought was inappropriate, instead of judging them and wanting to project our own self-judgment out onto them and punish them for how they're being, which is really just a way to absolve ourselves, the ego absolving itself of its own denial of God. Wouldn't that be radical? And so it's been said that there's only two ways that anyone can express themselves. They're either being loving, expressing love, which is really all that your Holy Spirit can do, your true mind can do, is to express love. And when someone is either expressing love or the other option is cry for love. So if we can begin to realize that the root of forgiveness, moving back before we gave judgment, is to see everyone in their perfect innocence, that is to see them as God created them to be. So this week, over the last few days, I've been vacillating back and forth between the Book of Innocence by Paul Selig and The Way of Mastery. The first book in the Way of Mastery series is The Way of the Heart. And you bump into the whole topic of forgiveness very quickly as Jesus brings that into the conversation very quickly in The Way of the Heart, because that is really how we learn how to become the observer rather than being hoodwinked by our own thoughts. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you today as you're midweek here, and if you want to get out in the world today and see how many people you can bless with your willingness to withhold judgment. That's pretty radical. And also with your willingness to recognize that everything that you are seeing today, everyone and everything, is an expression of God. So we go through the day-to-day no longer denying God and seeing that God is all there is, that we are and always will be as God has created us to be. We exist within the mind of God. We are an idea of God, and everything that we can experience is an idea in the mind of God. And so when we're looking at, we think things inform what we call matter, it is how we are distorting, literally, what God is being, calling it matter, and seeing it as something concretized and something of form. But it already exists in the mind of God, in the mind of spirit. And that's how we create this illusory dream that we're experiencing here, that we're separate from God. Anyway, I guess that's a topic for a longer discussion, so I'll leave it with that. But I just want to say thank you for being there, and I really appreciate knowing that you are following along and participating in our mutual discovery of the truth of who we are. God bless you. You are dearly loved.